And just so happens Tom calls. Yeah, listen, I'm doing this project, and it's a pretty big project. What it is about a singer, a great singer that, he finds himself, the story. And he goes, I think that you'd be great in this.
Hi, is this Millie?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Millie, doing well. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm well. Just a lot of interviews, so I had to hang up on someone else and, get over on this one.
Oh, geez. And by the way, I don't. How do you pronounce? Is it Milijenko or Milijenko?
Milijenko, right.
Milijenko. Okay, perfect. That's what I thought. I've heard it pronounced Milijenko, and I'm like, I think that person mispronounced it. And I want to make sure I got it right.
Well, the Koreans call me Milijenko.
Oh, they do.
Koreans.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's wonderful actually. They call me Milijenko. They call me the legend over there. It's awesome.
There you go. That's quite the name.
Yes, sir. So, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Windsor, Ontario, which is right next to Detroit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So when I do these interviews, I always like to start at sort of the beginning of you as a musician, how you got started, that kind of thing, and then work our way up to the new record.
Okay.
So with that in mind, where did you grow up, and how did you get started in music?
I was born in Zagreb, Croatia, and at the age of 5, I came to the United States. My parents, they came here and worked their butts off, and then they came back for me and my brother. And we came to the United States. We started in New York City, in New York. And then we moved to Connecticut. And my brother and I were, he used to play guitar. He would play guitar and I would sing. And we would do like country songs because my father really liked the country music. And we barely spoke the English, so we didn't know of anything else besides country music. And country music, it was nice. I enjoyed it, However, then I think it was about the age of 10, or I don't even remember how old I was. I discovered Led Zeppelin. And that was a whole nother kind of conversation because then my whole life, my whole vision and everything just changed. I just saw, I connected with the spirit, and that rock and that energy and that fire, it just took me. I was like, okay, I'm done. But I started singing when I was 5 years old. So singing to the radio even all the time, and then singing to the country music. And then when I think it was 12, we had a full-on rock band, and we did. We did all Zeppelin, we did Bad Company, we did all these covers and.
Sure. So this band, was this a bunch of like friends from high school kind of thing?
It was me, my brother, and and the other 2 guys from school, and it was a good band, man. We were like good. Not just okay. We were just like, holy shit, these guys actually can do this. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, kind of thing. It was pretty impressive. And it's for a quick story is that the drummer, and we met this producer in Connecticut, and he was like, wow, you guys are good. We really love to, take you under the wing and really get you going. So let's start rehearsing next week. Let's start rehearsing. We'll come to New York City. I got the rehearsal room for you. We're all ready to go, and to us, that was just like, holy shit, that's like the real deal going on.
Well, I think of myself, now having played in bands and everything else for years, I would lose my mind now with that opportunity, never mind being at 13, which would have just been, like something, it's almost beyond comprehension at that age.
It was, but I knew it was like, all right, I'm in, let's do it. My brother was okay. Bass player was okay. The drummer completely folded, completely sabotaged it. Completely. It was just like amazing to watch. Even at that time, I was able to see it, and that's when that dispersed, and I went on to another band and with a band called The Mission. It was like not punk. It was like more like, I don't know, a little bit of punk /
like
something.
Rock, punk, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. It was like, and a guitar player. It was Elliot Lewis. Elliot plays with the Average White Band, the keyboard, and he went on writing with a bunch of people. Great guy, great songwriter. And that's how I met him. And I think I was 14, 15, and I was in this band. These guys were all like much older than I was. And so I did that for a while. And then we did a show in a place called Night Owl. And this other guy comes up to me and he goes, hey, listen, I have this studio in town, that rehearsal studio, and I have all these bands that come there, and there's this one band, this really good rock band, and you look like you need to be in a rock band. The way you're moving on stage and this whole thing. I really think you should connect with these guys. Are you interested?" And I was like, "Sure, let me check it out." So I met up with Chris and Jimmy and Jack, and came in and did some Zeppelin with them, and basically here we go again. Zeppelin kicks it in again, and that was it. And then we hung out and we started rehearsing, did some shows. Really didn't have much, couldn't really do many shows out there, but what we could have done, we did, and we rehearsed and started writing songs, and then it was a long process. I mean, a lot of years went by the time we actually got recognized, And
so was that band that you joined them? Was that Red Alert?
That was Red Alert, correct.
Okay, and you did that so is it like, did Red Alert slowly evolve into Steelheart, I take it?
Yeah,
okay.
It did. It was Steelheart. It used to be, Red Alert, and then it went into Steelheart. That's the way, it came together. So we changed drummers, and we added a rhythm guitar player, kind of towards the pinnacle of it, getting signed and putting the records out. So
right. So kind of take me through that period, sort of so you're in Connecticut. Did you get signed when you were in Connecticut?
No. That was, we went through a whole disaster moment with that too. Also dealing with another producer that just kind of just hung us in the air and just wasted a few years of our lives, and nothing happened. It was just like awful. So, I just got pissed off, to be honest with you. And I was like, okay, I'm out of here. We made another demo, and the demo was I think it was, let me see, Rock and Roll, Can't Stop Me Loving You, Angel Eyes, and Sheila. I think it was those 4 songs. It was a demo.
I think I've heard that at some point. I'm pretty sure that's on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, and nothing changed. It's the same arrangement, same sound. Everything's the same as the record, the actual record. Yeah, so one day I was just like, all right, so I'm having dinner with my parents, and my father asked me, so what are you doing? And I said, I'm going to Hollywood on Friday to become a star. That's what I said to him. I'm not kidding. I swear that's what I said, exact words. And he goes, okay, do it. Do it. And he had a really broken accent. So just go ahead, make it happen. So I went to Hollywood, and I had one lead. I did a couple of knocks on a door, and that didn't do anything. That was just nonsense. But I did have a lead. A friend of mine said, go see this guy, and he's a producer. He's done some real records, and there's also going to be a really significant manager staying with him, for the weekend for some business. And I'm like, all right. So I went over there and I played him the song, and it was Angel Eyes I played. And the first time he heard it, it was like, wow, that's a great song. But maybe you need to change a couple of parts here. Let's maybe cut this or something. Let me listen again. So he listens to it again. He goes, after I finished listening to it, he's just sitting there listening. He just goes, wow, that's pretty amazing, dude. That doesn't need anything. That song's done. Sounds like a hit, doesn't it? I go, yeah, thanks. I like it. I think it's got something. So Stan walks up, the manager. Guys, gold chains. I mean, he's, you can tell he's in it. He's in the game. So he goes, hey, listen, you should really listen to, at that time it was Michael. You need to listen to this Michael too. You really listen to the kid's record. He goes, you know what? I'm sure you're great. I just cannot take another act on. I am just full. I just don't even want to hear it, because if I like it, then I'm going to want it more, and I'm going to just got more shit to deal with. And I don't want it. So then the other guy goes, I really think you should hear this. I don't think this is something to pass up. You need to hear this. And he goes, I'll tell you what. Here's my address in New York City. So I'll be back in New York on Monday. Send it. This was like Saturday morning I met with him. And so I went, as soon as I left the place there, I went immediately to FedEx. And I sent it for immediate delivery for Monday morning. Okay. And so he got to his office probably like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was on his desk already. So I beat him to it, made sure that beat it. And on my answering machine, he leaves me a message, and it says, you fucking prick, it is that good. We got to talk. That's exactly what it, and I could still hear Angel Eyes. It's only in the second chorus. He's only in the second chorus, And he goes, you got to come in, call me as soon as you get into back to Connecticut. Came back on Monday or Tuesday. No, I came back on Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, we went to New York to meet with him. He said, hey, I want to work with you. These are the terms. These are kind of, we'll do the formal agreement later. Well, I just need to get something so I can get going right away. Do we have an agreement that I will work together? Yes. Okay, good. I'll talk to you. I'll call you. He calls me on Friday, 5:00. I'll never forget it. He goes, hey, just want to let you know you're going to be signed to Universal Records. Have a good weekend. Douche. Done. Literally, that's all.
Oh my God.
Right.
So literally, so the Friday before you're having dinner, or I think it was Friday, you said you're having dinner with your
Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So not even a week later.
Right. Not even a week later, I come back. It's like, yeah, it's happening. This is a true story. Yeah, literally that, I don't know, next week, the head of A&Rs, all those guys showed up. We jammed out. We played. Everybody loved the band. It was literally, boom, all right, let's find a producer, find this, find that. Engineers. It was 2 months, I think, maybe a month or 2 months later, we were in California recording the record.
So did you guys do a bunch of pre-production and whatnot for that record? Like, did you work with Mark and Paul Northfield like through that whole period kind of thing, or did you meet them after the fact in the studio?
Oh, no, we booked 2 weeks of pre-production in those days. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to be there because I knew all was done. It was done. There was nothing to do anymore. It was finished. The arrangements were done. The solos were done. The vocals were done. It was finished. I mean, if you listen to the demos, it's the same as the album. There's nothing to do. What else are you going to do to it? It was already, the energy was already focused on, the song and getting it right. And it was just all there, And
well, it's it. I mean, you guys had years and years to craft these songs to that point. It wasn't like you did a new record, a month before and you're still kind of tweaking some things.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It was already put together. So it wasn't like we wrote it last month and now let's bang it out. Nope. It was here's the demos and now let's record it for real. And that's where Mark and Paul came in. Actually, I had a conversation with Mark like a few weeks ago, and Mark is a fantastic producer. I love Mark, and actually he's a great guy. All the above, But he said it to me last week. He goes, "Man." He goes, the record that we recorded it, you came, but it was already done. But there's no way I could have recorded it to that level at that, that time and that age. You know what I'm saying? It needed to go through that process. And Mark did so many amazing albums in excess to AC/DC, to the vinyl. I mean, it just goes on and on,
Oh yeah. He's worked with so many people.
Right.
It's do you feel like even after all this preliminary stuff you guys had happen, like did Mark really kind of help to bring you guys up into the next level as a band, do you feel?
Oh yeah, I mean all of it, everything elevated, of course. I mean Mark had a lot to do with just bringing it to another level of professionalism, you know what I mean? It really signified the big time, the real deal, it's just like when you're that young or in that position, when you're in a demo stage, and then when you get into a real professional stage, it's such a difference. It's night and day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you can just immediately tell who's in it for real and who's not in a second. So that was a lot of learning process there. I mean, I knew what I wanted, and they were also very cordial in asking me, "What do you hear? What do you hear? What do you think this record should be? What do you see it as?" Those were the questions, that, Mark and I talked about a lot. And he did a fantastic job knowing exactly how to create that vision. So it was a good team effort, I will say. And I still, till this day, I'm friends with the guy. How crazy is that? You know what I mean?
And then, so what do you feel you learned as a band, or rather, I guess, what changed between the first and the second records? Obviously, Angel Eyes goes on to be, a pretty sizable hit and that kind of thing. What sort of changed within the band between the first and second, do you feel?
Well, I think the first record was a little more poppy. The second record was a little more, a little harder. It definitely had a lot more energy, intensity. It's just it was turning because I always saw the band as a 4-piece, just like Zeppelin, and then when we added the second guitar, then it just became a little bit more of what everybody else in that genre was doing. You know what I mean?
A little more Judas Priest, if you will.
Yeah, so it became a little more generic, kind of everybody would have 2 guitars, everybody did this kind of thing. And I always thought of it as like, should be one guitar wailing, the bass player wailing, the singer wailing, and the drummer wailing. And now there's more room to hear everybody too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was just preference at that time. But so going to second record, I just felt, we needed to, start growing a little bit. Let's open up a little bit, do different, avenues, try different things. I knew the music was changing. I was feeling it. And I was like, well, let's try to, bang it up a little bit, take it to new levels. And I think Tangled in Rains was an amazing record.
Yeah, very, like, if I had to just kind of listen to the two records, I feel it's a bit more mature, if you will. You guys definitely grew between those two records.
Right, of course. That's definitely had a more touring. We went a lot of tours, a lot of shows we did, a lot of going on, So I guess that's the good word for it, matured.
And then I guess sort of using that as a springboard, I kind of want to bridge two topics, Tangled in Rains and the movie Rockstar, because I know you did worked with Tom Werman on both. Is that how you got involved with Rockstar? Was through him?
Yeah. Tom, interesting enough, in 99, it was 99, I was actually in Connecticut at my brother's house, and I was leaving in the morning for Los Angeles. And I was going back to Los Angeles, like, all right, I got to get back. I got to get my shit together. I got to put a new band together or get the other guys together. It's because it's 99. I'm not doing anything. It's like, I feel like I'm dying on a vine,
Mm-hmm.
Singer not singing is just like, it's awful. You know what I mean?
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just awful. So anyway, so I said, all right, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put something together. I got a lot of great songs. That's what I'm doing. And just so happens Tom calls and he goes, hey, yeah, listen, I'm doing this project, and it's a pretty big project. I think what it is about a great singer that he finds himself. You had the story, and he goes, I think that you'd be great in this. I think that you would be I think you're the guy for this. Would you be interested to come in audition? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, when can you come in? I was like, I'll come in tomorrow. I'm flying in at 11. I'll be in at 11 a.m. He goes, great. I'll see you at the studio 1:30. Done. Went to the studio, came there, 1:30. I sang for about an hour and a half, and I went home, and I actually re-sang. I said, give this to me. I want to sing something at home. I'll bring it back to you in the morning. I fixed, I did like little different arrangements of different stuff, way of singing it. Okay, I brought it back in, like kind of handed my homework in. It was hilarious. And they were all just like, okay, we're done. We'd love to have you. So it was just like, I already knew when I left after singing that afternoon, I already knew I was the guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was just known. It was just like, okay, this just feels right. When it feels right, it's just right,
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was it.
Do you remember, what did you sing? Like, did you sing actual Steel Dragon stuff when you went in through that? Or?
Yep, I sang Wasted Generation.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's I don't think you sing that on the soundtrack, right? I think that's Jeff. I forget. That might be you. I can't remember. I know you're Blood Pollution and We All Die Young, and then from there I kind of forget who does what.
I do. The problem is I sang all the vocals on the movie. Okay, everything that comes out of Mark's mouth is me, except the last song is from the guy from the Verve Pipe.
Yeah.
Okay, and I went and I did do that as well. I sang that one before, but their budget, they were so over budget, and they wouldn't fly me back because I forgot where I was. I was somewhere in New York, and they wouldn't fly me back and take care of me to come back to LA to sing it. Okay, it was like kind of weird, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I remember my first time watching that movie and just kind of being jarred by that. I was like, why is the voice completely different? What's going on?
Yeah, and I sang the shit out of it too. I sang it so good. It was my voice was so deep. It sounded like it sounded really good. And I'm like going, God, you're so cheap. You got to be kidding me. They started really, because they were like, I don't even, the $40 million they spent on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid, ridiculous. So anyway, shit, where was I? Sorry, bro. It's been your interview number 12.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I can only imagine. I think of like stories I've told twice in a day, and I go, "What? You think about number 12?" Yeah. I know. I have friends who are comedians who do 3 shows in a day, and they're like, by the 3rd show, you're like, "Did I tell that joke? Yeah." Anyway, so Rockstar and sort of what songs you sang and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, I sang everything. I sang Blood Pollution, I sang. We All Die Young, I sang. Living the Life, I sang. Wasted Generation, I sang. I got to look it up in my phone. There's another one or two.
Reckless,
songs.
I know that one.
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Reckless. Oh, Reckless. Did you hear it? You got to hear the full song.
I found that just wound up on YouTube. I found that like a week ago, and I've been wanting to hear that for like 15 years.
Ah, yeah, slam that shit. That's
yes.
tight. Reckless, I ripped that, all of them. All those songs, when you hear all the songs sung and everything, forget the soundtrack, just my voice. Just listen to every song I sang. I think it was 6 or 7 songs that I sang. And then all the hallelujahs and all in between. That was me.
And the church and whatnot, that scene?
Yeah, of course.
As someone who's, a big fan of that movie, I mean, the movie was what it was, but the music is incredible as a hard rock fan. Can I ask you to advocate for that, to get that released at some point? Because there's so many tunes on that never came out that, I know fans are just dying to hear.
I would love nothing more, but I can't do anything. I mean, you got to understand, I mean, theoretically, I think till this day, I wasn't allowed to speak about that. That I was the voice of that. It was a serious legal issue. So they didn't want anyone to know it was my voice. And that really, can you imagine how bad that must have been for me?
Sure.
It was. Yeah, we're at the Forum and I'm watching. He's singing, and we all die young, and the place is losing their mind, and I'm sitting there going, holy shit!
Oh,
that's
of course.
My voice.
It's
bizarre. I mean, it's bizarre, It's too bad, too bad it took me years to get any recognition for it, It's really too bad. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's weird, too, because, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to listen to, a couple of songs, pull up the soundtrack or whatever, and go, okay, listen to Blood Pollution. Well, clearly that sounds like the same guy is doing the Hallelujah in the movie.
Right.
I always figured as much, because I can't imagine... I'm sure Mark is a decent singer, but I can't imagine him having, that hallelujah voice, that's not too many people do.
Well, you also, that retarded scream, that the scream that's in the interview when they do the interview.
Oh, it's the that note.
Right.
Yeah.
That was actually done at rehearsal, because the rehearsal we recorded everything in rehearsal. Just in case we get some, great stuff or whatever have you. And this was one point, and I screamed like forever. But they also did it. I think they extended it a little bit too, because I think it was just like, I don't know, 2 minutes long, the damn thing. It was just insane, like long. But I did sing that pretty intense. So, I mean, all of that stuff, the ad libs, to stand up and shout when Mark sings it in the
an outside show. That's what it was.
Some club or whatever, some outside or some kind of concert they're doing. So yeah, well, listen to it now. Watch the movie now, and then you'll see.
Yeah, I really need to check that out.
But if you look at the original, it's kind of funny. The movie originally was called Metal God. Remember?
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of ironic. All of a sudden, the movie becomes Steel Dragon. The actual, my jacket, okay, that's my jacket. Steel Dragon jacket with the dragon on the sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
That's my jacket that was painted in Tokyo. I wore it to rehearsals.
Like in like the Steelheart days?
No, during the movie, Rock. Yeah, I had that jacket, the dragon. That's my jacket, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I wore it to rehearsals. And then they changed the damn movie to Steel Dragon. Get it? Steel Dragon, Steelheart. Well, let's have him fall down the stairs and get hurt. I mean, it's like, okay. So,
that's too funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we're quickly coming up on time, so we got to hit the new record and some other things. Before we do that, though, I'm curious. I've heard a couple of your stuff and the stuff you've done in Korea. I love the tune "My Love Is Gone," and I've heard a couple of the other songs you actually sang in Korean. I didn't realize you were fluent in that language.
Right. Well, I'm not really fluent in the language. I can sing it and enunciate, but I can't really speak it.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't. Can I get into it? Yes. Can I, really fall into it? Yes, I can. However, the amount of time that I have in a day is just beyond limited. So I have to really focus on what's important at hand. And right now, learning the language is not really where I'm supposed to be doing. But as far as singing the songs in Korean and singing songs, I may sing a song in Japanese and in Italian. So we're actually just waiting on that, because this single that's coming out, Lips of Rain, I don't know if you heard that song. We just finished the video for that over the weekend. And we didn't finish it, we filmed it. And that should be released really shortly. And I'm thinking about singing that in Italian and also in Japanese. But we'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. I listen to a lot of Japanese music, so that would be very interesting to hear.
Yeah. I would love to do. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and that song you mentioned, Lips of Rain, that's on the new record, I take it?
Yes, that's
okay.
on the new record.
Excellent. Yep. So let's talk about that. So you got the new record, Through Worlds of Stardust. Tell me about the whole, you've got a whole new band together, essentially, as I take it. Tell me about kind of assembling the band in this new record.
Well, the guys that I've been using on the record, I have, it seems to be that Steelheart has, since the original lineup, Steelheart has had many changes. Right now, where this album is, it's really interesting times for the band, for the brand, everything, because the album is complete, great players on it, great musicians. I'm very curious myself to see where it folds and where it molds into the next core, because it just seems to be it's all together, but it's just about to fall into another level, and that's where it needs to go. So the guys that are in there right now, Urosh had a baby, Rev had a baby, and honestly, in a different mind frame, so to speak. So I don't know where their head lies with that. And that's why I'm saying I'm being brutally honest to see how this unfolds into a new level. But I really feel something great about it. So my heart and ears are open, We shall see.
I've got to say the production on the new record sounds incredible. This is a great sounding album. Tell me about that. Where'd you record it? I saw something that you did part of it in Sweden or something.
Yeah, we did. We did the bed tracks here in Los Angeles over at Robbie Krieger's studio.
What's the name of that studio? I can't think of the name of it.
Oh man, now you got me. Oh God, it's a tip of my tongue. It'll come back to me. But anyway, Robbie, of course, I was a front man for Robbie and the Doors for a while. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, Robbie and I really, we're still really good friends. We wrote a bunch of music together, and he built a studio with Michael Dumas here in LA, and it's a really nice studio, really nice equipment. And so I said, well, hey man, let's do the bed tracks there. We recorded the bed tracks, and then we moved everything over to my studio I have here at the Lot, where we did all the overdubs and the vocals. And all the strings were done in Sweden. I did some of the vocals in New York, London, in Canada, and
really?
Los Angeles.
Where'd you record here?
Actually in what's it called? Where's Mike Frazier? He's in Montreal though, isn't he?
I thought he was in Vancouver, but I could be wrong.
Vancouver. No, Vancouver. Sorry. Yeah, in Vancouver.
Oh, you worked with him on part of the vocals, eh?
No, he mixed 3 of the songs.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and while he was mixing the songs, I was in the other room still singing. I was singing "Come Inside." I was singing that song in the other room. Yeah, so I did the vocals there. Part of it was mixed in London, Ontario.
Really? Oh, by was it?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. He did the last record too, right?
Dan Broadbeck.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Right. Dan, great. I mean, everybody who's worked on the record, my hat off to everybody. It's such talented people in everything they do. So, really lucky to have all those characters on there, from everyone from musicians to mixing engineers to all of that. So, really, and I was very careful on picking the energy of the people who's going to be on it, So
right. I saw it too. You've got Randy Cook on drum. Is that the Randy Cook is playing drums on the record?
Yeah, the Randy, my boy. He is awesome. Yeah, that's Randy.
Did he? How much did he play on? Was it just a track, or did he play on a good bulk of the record?
He played on 3 tracks.
Oh.
He did Lips of Rain. He did With Love We Live Again and My Freedom. And it was because those are the songs. What happened is when I went into the studio and we cut the 10 tracks. Some of the songs that I took from the past, because we were thinking about, well, let's have some of the past in there, and when I listened to the record, when I brought it back to my studio, I listened to the bit tracks. I'm going, this is ridiculous. This song doesn't sound nowhere near to what this song is. They got to go. So I canned 4 songs, and I wrote 4 new songs while I was in the studio, which is pretty insane, to do at that time. But it really came together great. I mean, called my boy Randy, yeah, let's go. Let's knock these drums out. So, because the rest of the guys already left, they went back to Philadelphia and Oklahoma, and so I used Randy, and Randy is fantastic. I love him. He's a really, really talented drummer. So that's how he came about.
Interesting. And now, are there plans to get you guys out on the road? Like, do you think touring is going to happen for this record?
Well, it has to happen. A couple of things. We are gearing up for that for next year, mostly. Try to hit every, festival and all of that. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. I really feel it's all determines on the fans and journalists like yourself and maybe some radio, because it's, nowadays the music business is so different. Really need the help from everybody to really say, okay, we want to hear this. And so the promoters want to, bring the band out. Otherwise, it's like, it is what it is. I mean, if this record, and I truly believe this, from the bottom of my heart, really needs to be promoted properly, but it takes a ton of money to promote something properly,
Right.
And this is where the majors really have it, I mean, this record, I invested money into it. I invested money into the videos as well, because I believe in it. But at the end of the day, it has to be seen. It has to be seen through a majority of people so they all see it. If they don't see it, they don't know about it. It's like, people go every day. They got so many things going on, and things are happening in their lives. They don't have time to go to Facebook to see what Steelheart's doing. But if they're driving down a road, or they're in a bar or something, and they see my video on the bar, it's like, oh, that guy, oh, what the hell is he doing? Oh, I like this song in the bar or on the radio. And it's like, oh, man, oh, that sounds good. Now you're you're back in their minds. And so it's a little tricky. So I need a little love from everyone. If everyone believes in the record like they say to do, and today I had a really beautiful day of nothing but everyone really telling me how they enjoy the record. I really could use everyone's help to really, to leap. Otherwise, I made a record for myself, so to speak. You know what I mean?
I mean, every artist always says, well, I did it for myself, and if you enjoy it, that's great too. But on the other hand, you also, hope other people get the same,
right. But I didn't...
Same feeling out of it.
I didn't make this record only for myself. I didn't. I mean, that's not the way I make records. I make my records for myself, but also for everyone else. Because I feed off of everyone else's energy and their feelings, their emotions, their pain, and their anger, and everything. I feel them, and myself, and combined together. That's why I make the record. If I made it just for myself, well, then I might as well not even release it. Why should I even give it to anyone? It's just for me. You know what I mean? For me to listen to. It's for everyone. It's for all of us. It's not meant for me to keep it for myself. It's meant for me to give it and deliver it and share it. That's the whole point, So, well, let's see what life has in store,
It's a good way to put it. Oh, Millie, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out to do this interview. I know you've got another one, so I'll let you, jump on to the next. But yeah, so best of luck with the new record. Thanks so much, and hope it does wonders, because I'm really digging what I'm hearing from it so far.
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. All right, you take care.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.